It's me again. Yay. Oh man. I want to name my son Waldo and then leave him in a crowd of people. Glad you guys are on board with that joke. That shit's ridiculous. I've been following this new wave philosophy of positive thinking, and basically the idea is you take an inspirational phrase and you repeat it to yourself throughout the day to get yourself through hard times. It really works. My phrase is, I have weed at home. Really helps. I do smoke weed. Actually, I recently hosted a marijuana legalization march in Washington, D.C. Yeah, thank you. It's pretty awesome. But when they first told me I was going to be hosting a marijuana march, my first thought, this is going to be the slowest march ever. We had this chant we had to remember. It was educate, medicate, regulate. That is way too complicated for a bunch of potheads to remember. It's just kind of like educate, moderate, we like weed. My dad smokes weed, but growing up, I didn't know he smoked and he didn't know I smoked. Yeah, but we still managed to catch each other at like 4 in the morning in the kitchen with the lights out, just sneaking around like hungry ninjas. And we'd see each other, but we'd be so high we'd have no idea what to say, so we'd just stare. In his mind, it was like, oh shit, I can't let my son find out I'm smoking weed. And in my mind, it was like, oh shit, I can't let my dad find out I smoked his weed. That would be terrible. My dad, he told me that in 2 weeks his work is going to test his urine. And like 2 weeks is not enough time to detox from weed. So I had to go online and buy him clean pee. Yeah, absolutecleanurine.com. That's a real website. I'm not even making that up. Some genius found a way to sell 8 ounces of urine for $60. I spent $60 on piss. And I thought it was like one guy, but then I realized he has male and female urine, and he's probably selling to way more people than just me. So that means somewhere there's like a factory with a bunch of people just standing around pissing in tubes, right? Like some kind of human urine farm. That's disgusting. How do you find people willing to do that who aren't already drug addicts? Summer, roller coaster season. The only theme park I really go to though is Six Flags. And not because Six Flags theme parks are the best theme parks, but because they're the most legitimately terrifying. Right? A bunch of junior high school students running rides based off movies that came out the year I was born. Holy shit, that's scary. It's like one step above Carnival. You know what I'm saying? Just one notch above County Fair. The Six Flags theme parks. But Six Flags has a new policy now. There's a single rider line. So in case you want to go to a theme park by yourself, you can cut in front of everybody. And I was thinking, what kind of antisocial weirdo wants to go to a theme park by themselves? And then I realized, me! I want to do that. That sounds fucking awesome. So I bought a season pass, and I've just been going all summer and getting wasted in the parking lot and going in and binging on cotton candy. I saved up enough of those tickets to get one of those giant oversized stuffed bananas. That always impresses the ladies. Oh, I also took some of those vintage photos of me dressed up like I'm in the Civil War. I got tired of going drunk though, so last weekend I timed out a mushroom trip. Yeah, I went and right as I was peaking, I jumped in the single rider line and was running past all the envious camp counselors and stay-at-home dads. And right when I was coming up, I managed to sit in the very front car of the craziest ride there. And while they were clicking down, I started peeking, and I turned to my right and high-fived the mentally handicapped 11-year-old boy, being sure to make eye contact to ensure that he knew that both of us were about to experience something that would permanently and profoundly change our lives for the rest of our lives. I also bought one of those refillable cups they have. Yeah, it was $30, but fucking worth it. That joke fumbled. Oh well, moving on. So, I think you can really judge somebody's values based off the kind of toilet paper they use. Like, if you're using Charmin Triple Ply Ultra Plush, you are just selfish, alright? That shit is not toilet paper, it's fabric. We should be using it to knit sweaters for the homeless, alright? Like, my girlfriend always buys that shit. She always does, and I can't use it. It's too soft. It's too soft to toilet paper. Like, I don't even know when it's made contact. You know? It's like trying to wipe my ass with a chinchilla. Don't do that, by the way. Chinchillas bite. It's not good. That was a toilet paper joke. Thanks. Alright. I had my first threesome recently. Yes, yeah. It was fucking terrible. Like, yeah, neither of the chicks were hot. And I'm at a point in my life where I know better than to just have sex with someone for the sake of having sex with someone. Like, that's not a good idea. But because it was a threesome, I tried to, like, justify it in my mind. I was like, well, individually, one's a 5 and the other's a 4. But together, that's a 9. That's the hottest chick I have ever had sex with. Yeah, unfortunately, arithmetic doesn't get my dick hard. So that sucked. Oh my. I had the most amazing New York experience the other day. I was coming down into the L train, and it was one of the first part of the heat stroke. You know, it was like 100 degrees out, like the hottest day of the year so far. And there was this musician in the subway, and this guy was like so into it. He was like hunched over, playing guitar, singing, just like sweating, eyes closed, into it. I mean, not only the best music I've ever heard in the subway, but like some of the best live music I've ever heard, period. Alright, this guy was fucking amazing. And it was like 2 a.m, so he had like me and 4 drunk dudes completely hypnotized. We were just like, oh my god, he's so good. And then out of nowhere, this butterfly flies in. And I'm not talking about like, this was a butterfly, okay? Not some bitch-ass moth or something. I mean like legit butterfly, like huge, colorful wings, like those dragons from Avatar. It was a butterfly, alright? And it flew in, and it flew around his head like a halo, and landed on his hood. And he didn't even notice. He just kept playing because his eyes were closed. And he was playing. And me and the drunk dudes could not believe it. We were just like, what the fuck? Like, how, is this happening right now? You know, like everybody started pulling out their wallets. Like, we have to pay him, right? Like, this is fucking amazing. Like, some homeless guy started praying, Jesus. It was incredible. And he just kept playing, and we were all just mesmerized. And then the train comes, the butterfly flutters away, and we get on the train car, and like no one's speaking, but there's like this amazing energy in the air. Like we all felt connected for somehow, like we just witnessed some amazing miracle, and we didn't even have to talk, we were just like together on it, you know? And then some guy that was sitting right next to him, one of the drunk dudes, is like, bullshit. He trained that butterfly. And my first reaction was, this guy is the biggest douche on the planet. But then I thought, well, he does bring up an interesting theory, right? Like, I haven't seen a butterfly since I've been in New York City. And now there's one waiting for the L train? How convenient. Also, a butterfly just lands on a dude. Look, I'm a pothead, alright? I've been to plenty of butterfly sanctuaries in my time, and those little bastards will never land on me. No matter how colorful my shirt or floral my perfume. Never. And this sweaty-ass dude just gets one. Alright, it was me, okay? I was the drunk guy that said bullshit. I wasn't really drunk, I was just high. I just wanted to get a laugh. I wasn't trying to be a dick, alright? Or I was trying to be a dick. What, he gets a guitar and a pitch-perfect voice and a fucking butterfly? That's not fair. Give me attention. I want it, at least 1 second. See what happened there? That I started riffing and then I learned something about myself. Good night, y'all.